For 20 years, you've trusted us to reinvent the standard in sports nutrition products. We don't plan on stopping, just like you.
Shawn Ray here backstage with the 212 New York Pro Champion of 2018. How does that sound, Shaun Clarida?
Wow, about time, man. It feels amazing.
The
Absolutely.
giant, you were this close last year.
You know what? Matt and I talked literally at dinner last year, said, what's next for us? He said, we're coming back this year, get a title, and we did that.
Not too far away from your hometown in New Jersey. What city is that in?
I'm in Clifton, New Jersey, about half an hour.
All right, and this is what it's all about right here. Not to mention, you're headed back to the Mr. Olympia.
That was the goal. Come in here and get this title, get that qualification. Now we're going to focus on Olympia, get into that top 6 this year.
Were you paying attention to the competition when you were up there? Because literally when you walked out, you were in the center or thereabouts because it was like 6 guys up there. Were you paying attention to who you had to go through?
Honestly, all year, I didn't focus on anybody but myself. I didn't post pictures. I didn't check progress pictures. I didn't see who was doing what. I focused on my training, my diet, and bringing the best of me, and that's what that matters.
So you mentioned Matt Jansen.
Matt Jansen, yeah.
Were you working with him last year?
Absolutely.
And so what was it that you had to do to get the victory tonight?
Refinement. You know, our biggest thing is conditioning. We know if I'm in shape, no one can touch my shape, my aesthetics. Make a few changes here and there, bring up a few body parts, and we're good to go.
So you were at the Olympia a year ago. Yeah. Now we're headed back there. What are we going to do between now and then? We got about 5.5, 6 months.
We're going to take maybe a week or 2 off, let my body heal up a little bit, and get her back to the grind. We were 9th last year at the Olympia. The goal is top 6 and nothing less than that.
So I know you're strong. Are you training heavy or are you training for refinement now?
That's it. I always train heavy, Shaun. I don't believe in dropping my weights, lowering my weights. What's built this dense, hard muscle is training hard from day one. I'm going to continue to do that.
Well, I know it takes a village. Who else besides Matt do you have to thank for the progress that you've made?
My entire family's here. My sponsors are here. First and foremost, God, obviously, because without him, I couldn't do any of this. I mean, all the supporters around the world, man. I couldn't do any of these people.
Yeah, so to win this close to home, and you're following a long line of people. I saw you being interviewed by Kevin English, who's won several of these, and I know you were in the audience watching. How sweet does it feel to be that guy now?
You know, the goal was to be amongst these champions, and we did that. And now, and from here, I've seen many great champions go into Olympia and do very well. Kevin English, obviously, and I want to follow that footstep.
And David Henry, I remember 2010, I think it was, or 11, I met you at my muscle camp in Jersey, and we are a long way from there. Tell me about the journey from there to here.
I love this sport.
Yeah, you were a fan when I met you.
I love this sport from day one, and that's what keeps me going. I love training, I love competing, I love traveling, and as long as you have the passion, nothing can stop you. So do you shut it down between now and then, or are you going to jump in something else between the Olympia? This is it. We'll go right to Olympia.
So let's talk about the elephant in the room. We got 6-time Mr. Olympia 212 Olympia showdown that we cannot ignore. I mean, you've got to be paying attention to what James Flex Lewis is doing. What do you got to do to try to nip at his heels?
You know what? Flex is the king right now, and there's a lot of guys under him I got to catch up to first. Jose, David, Ashkenani. So one step at a time. I mean, you know, get into that first top 6, top 5, make my way up there, and eventually me and Flex will do battle together.
So you're a realist. How much did you weigh up here tonight?
174.
What will you try to do between now and the Olympia? Does it have anything to do with weight?
We don't care about weight. As long as I'm in shape and everything's tight, I'm ready to roll.
Another Hall of Fame bodybuilder by the name of Lee Labrada was hovering right around that weight and getting second in the Olympia, so it's not impossible.
Absolutely. We're going to do it. I mean, there hasn't been, again, many guys have done it. We're going to do it this year.
On the way out, let me hold on to this, hit a couple of shots for your fans. Shaun Clarida, the giant killer, with the help of his coach, Matt Jansen over there, out of New Jersey, stands victorious here tonight in New York as our New York 212 champion, headed to Las Vegas in the Olympia Showdown this September. Let me give this back to you. I'll hang on to this. All right. For Shaun, the giant killer, I'm Shawn Ray, Generation Iron.